see you again. So this begins after the creator continues to always think about the women that he sees in her dream. He's still so obsessed with her, begins to feel sad because he only exists in her mind, so it begins to always closing her eyes to see her beautiful girl. Sometimes he just disconnects from reality. Everybody else around him doesn't matter. It's just only and his perfect lover. But he has an issue. That is where he wakes up, he finds it's really hard to wake up and smack back to reality. Because it's not like his dreams, it's just worse. He doesn't like the real world, that's why he creates his world in his mind and his perfect girl. But she feels so sad when he has to wake up and thinks that one day, just only one day, his fantasy becomes a reality. So he continues his life as days go by. He still needs the fantasy and has the fear of not ever seeing this girl or he again because of that he finds it hard to upset the fear of not ever seeing his girl again, and because of that he finds it hard to accept reality. But some months pass, he moved out to another town in the north of Canada. It's really cold, but he finds it comfortable. He continues with his life as usually until one day he got invited to the town festival, which is celebrated each year by the people from the town to celebrate what they got from the year. He accepts and feels kind of shy because it's been so long since he went to a big event. So he goes to her room and begin to change his outfit, and with some extra little time he begins to write on his diary. I don't really want to go, but I think it will be funny to see what happens there. If everything goes wrong, I just need to come back home. I go to my fantasy. He arrives to the event. He stays in the corner, just seeing all the other people having fun. Makes himself feel sad because in the bottom, he wants to be part that he has lived all this time so free of the people and staying alone at his life. So his unique way of being happy was by his way. He describes by the way of a dream. Those dreams that are so happy and you'll never want to wake up from, and the fear of never seeing those dreams again. He still believes that is her destiny. But suddenly, everybody was called to the center of the stage, including him. So he goes, shy, and they were about to make a partner's activity. Then everybody started making couples, and he felt sad and was about to leave until I heard a voice calling his name. It sounded like a girl, a pretty one. He felt strange that someone called by his name, so he began to approach the boys and finally meet the girl. He said, "Hi," in a very shy way, and the other girl said, "Hi, come here fast." She took his hand and led his way to the center of the stage. Suddenly, a big light was turned on. It seems that it was a dance. The creator started remembering all of their childhood traumas of being alone, and this one came from the dance prom, where we're alone all night long. So he started feeling anxious about what was going to happen. He doesn't want to this happen again. The dance begins and the girl says, "Cheer up, man, it's our night." This is some way touched the heart of the creator that he could change and finally being perfect group, and suddenly, if like a shooting star, all ended it. It was so fast but also amazing. He wants more from that. So instead of going home and think of that, he approached the girl and said, "Hey, that was kind of amazing. You know, I was wondering if I could see you again." So the girl replied to her, "Of course, we will meet again. Here's my number." Later that night, the girl was in home thinking about what happened. Did I just get the number for girl? Yeah, I get it. It was a Sunday morning. The wine was quite cold, but that doesn't matter to him. He goes down the stairs and begins making his breakfast. I realized that he fell asleep without needing to think about dreaming or about the happy place or the fantasies. And somehow he felt kind of amazed that it was the first time in months that this happened. But this was also redundant because he was late for university. So he picked up his things, get ready, and drive to the university. I hear a song on the radio. It was like a how to the soul. But he tries to search the name, but he couldn't in that moment. He only remembers a part which goes like, "You live in my dream state, relook in my fantasy, as they in reality. You live in my dream state." And was all cause he arrived to the university, parked the car and get into the classes. His first class was math, and he was bored that much that he started falling asleep. He wake up with a world full of sunflowers, and not shiny but beautiful to the eyes. A sky like color red and orange. Some mountains and clouds, but something was different. He started feeling a winter vibe, like everything, all those problems doesn't exist, and everything was going to be alright. He began to walk around searching for something or someone, but he couldn't find anything. He couldn't find anything that wasn't cloud or sunflowers. In this searching, he began to hear his voice again. This was a girl again, so he started running towards to the voice, but couldn't see anything. Then he woke up. He was so confused, like he was disconnected from everything around him. So the class ended, and it was lunchtime. So he goes to the cafeteria and started eating and thinking about the moment. It was strange and confusing. Later that evening, he started thinking about what is he? Is he doing the right things, or is anything else he can do? And that suddenly makes him fall asleep again. He wakes up on this place again, but in the hill, he sees someone standing there. So he go to the hill, and while he was climbing, he wakes up. It's already 10:44 p.m. and was starving, so he decided going out eat something like hamburger. So entered his car and drive all the way to McDonald's. He ordered a Big Mac and ate it in the car. While eating the hamburger, he continues thinking about what's happened. All these days, we started looking at the McDonald's. There was a person that was taking out the trash. When he realized that the person was the girl of his other night, he felt so happy to see her again. But he really wanted to talk to the girl. But he felt that if he go to talk, it will be scary because of the time. It was already 1:11 p.m. So he decided to come back home. As soon as he arrived, he touched the bed and fell asleep. He was there, up on the hill. It was him, and told him, "Wake up." The alarm clock was making sound. And then it was late again for university. So he picked up his things and get into the car again, and then he arrived to the university just in time. He walks into the classroom and sits down and paid attention to the classes. Finally, the day was ending when he realized something. The girl she saw last night was the girl of his dreams, of his fantasy. As soon as the creator noticed this, he begins to start driving at the McDonald's and search for his girl, but any one of the workers, they haven't seen this girl. Never. He begins to convinced that the girl wasn't even real, but suddenly he starts remembering about how he felt the dance night, and that was enough to continue looking for this girl, his dream girl of his fantasies, only to know if the questions he has that night will become true. Will I see you again?